All right, welcome back to quarterfinal day part 2. And we have now got the second of quarterfinals, but also the final quarterfinal with Pegula versus Anisimova, which is a very interesting matchup. All right. So let's see who's going to play Raducanu in the semifinals. Now, they have played a few times, and Anisimova has never beaten Pegula, which is kind of strange. I think that's kind of interesting. First straight sets win over Swiatek for Raducanu since India was 2023, 6-6 of the head-to-head. Yeah. Again, I think there's a lot of work needed. A lot of not work, but like a lot of searching for Swiatek to figure out what's going on, because she's losing to Gauff. She now lost two in a row to Raducanu, and Anisimova's starting to win. So she's got to be like, okay, well, why can't I beat them now? What can she do to beat them? And I think playing differently, not playing like them, is better. Still heart sore over Coco. Yeah, Coco. That was a tough one for Coco. That was disappointing that she wasn't able to. She wasn't able to play her game. Play the play she wants to play. Raducanu can keep improving though. Oh yeah, Raducanu's serve is so good. She has lost a lot of top 10 matches so far. Yeah. And look, I don't want to sound the alarm for the Swiatek fans, but she's lost to a lot of players that she never used to lose to, right? And her top 10 record, from going to be like being unbeatable and bageling top 10 players, it's been. And look, I don't want to fire Fizet because I think he's done well. And they've obviously won Wimbledon together, so I mean, like it's not like it's come up empty. But I think now that it's been, how long is it? Like 18 months nearly together, we can kind of compare his reign as coach with Vicharovsky, right? So there's a better comparison. Because I remember 12 months ago when Swiatek lost to Keys, everyone's like, get rid of the coach. It's like, he just got here. So now we can kind of go, okay, well, what was the 18 months before Fizet, and what was the 18 months since he's been on? Like, compare the two. Was Swiatek, better before him, or was she more consistent before him? Maybe not better; it's not the right word. She's definitely changed her game in ways, but that we can make that comparison after this slam, right? We can assess. How much of an impact, how positive it's been with him, but also what has gone backwards. Because obviously the Coco Gauff rivalry's gone backwards since he's jumped on, but the Raducanu rivalry was going forwards, right? He figured out how to get her to beat Raducanu, right? But then what about success? Like titles, right? Top 10 wins, all that stuff. So maybe after the Australian Open, we can have that chat. We could, go, okay, well, what have they done when him being there, and then what's happened? How was it the year before Swiatek got him? Like, what was that year like? Because remember, she got him because something wasn't working, right? Rather than going like the whole Vicharovsky reign, because Vicharovsky and Swiatek had a great run. I think the year before and the year after is the best comparison. And look, and we're talking about Swiatek, but like Raducanu is playing crazy. Like, also, yeah, Raducanu is like ridiculously good for one slam champion. She should have a lot more slams. And how dangerous is she when she's playing like that? Like, so dangerous. So yeah, again, like we shouldn't like start firing people or start like, based on this one match. But like, that's what I'm saying. Now that we've had over a year with the Wim Zet Swiatek, we can actually look at it and go, okay, Wimbledon, they've won. Okay, great. That means it hasn't been a bad thing. But like, what else has gone well and what else hasn't gone well? Where have they gone up and down? Because Swiatek, I'm looking at her record. Since the US Open losing to Anisimova, she lost to Navarro, Paolini, Anisimova, Raducanu, Gauff, Bencic, and Raducanu again. So not a bad, like that's not bad at all, right? She's also beaten Keys along the way in that run, and she also beat Alexandrova and Bencic as well in that run since that US Open. So it's not a bad, like she hasn't been losing to qualifiers and had this total drop off, but she wasn't losing to Paolini. Losing to Paolini was a big one because especially 1 and 2, like that didn't happen to Swiatek beforehand. Losing to Gauff again and again and again, it just keeps getting worse. Why did that happen? Raducanu has turned it around the last couple of matches now. She was, she lost 4 in a row, I think, and now she's won 2 in a row. Anisimova was always going to be a problem, so I don't think we need to dissect losing to Anisimova after Wimbledon. I mean, the Wimbledon final was not Anisimova, that was somebody else. The US Open and the WTA finals, they were the real Anisimova, right? Anisimova is going to be a problem for Swiatek, the way that Anisimova plays, right? But yeah, like, she lost to Navarro. Didn't have a good year last year, but she got bageled in the third set against Navarro. Why did that happen? So, yeah. It's not like Swiatek's having she's not playing bad. She's made the quarterfinals of the Slam. She's just losing to the players that she has to beat to win these tournaments now. And, and that didn't happen before. Before, it was like, okay, well, Swiatek is going to make the semis, and, Keys had a great run last year, or lose to Sabalenka or whatever. But it just seems like a lot more players in that top 10 can beat Swiatek now, which didn't happen before. And what can Swiatek do to stop that from happening? Is the question. Okay. Battle of the Americans. The 2 remaining Americans. There's only 2 left. And Shelton. And Ben Shelton's playing tonight. But on the women's side, there's only 2 left. Goff's gone. Jovic is gone. Keys is gone. And it's between these 2 to make the semis. To play Raducanu. And Anisimova has never beaten Pegula. They've only played 3 times and they haven't played for over a year. And this is a contrast in styles that is going to be fun. The big hitter versus the baseline retrievers. We had a 4-4 rally. And that goes in the net by Anisimova. And the first point goes to Pegula. Love 15. Pegula's so under the radar. Most of you probably didn't know she was still here this morning. And Anisimova has also not been in the limelight as much as I would have thought. As the return goes in, the backhand of Anisimova, down the line of the front of Pegula on the stretch. Anisimova, backhand cross court. Pegula gets it. Anisimova, backhand again. Pegula with a slice down the line. Great pickup. Anisimova goes cross court. Pegula, great retrieving as we got a 4 down the line again. Anisimova, Pegula just slicing everything back. And then Anisimova hits it out. That is how you play. Iga Swiatek, take notes. That's what you need to do against these big hitters. That's why Gauff can beat Sabalenka. That's why Pegula is playing so well in 2 points in the first part of this match. All right, love 30. Great work, Pegula, just slicing the ball deep. And eventually, Anisimova overhits it. Love 30. Anisimova serves. Great serve. Return goes in, though. And then Anisimova in the net. Pegula just Little flick down the line. Love 40. Love 40. What a start. Isha.
Prediction.
I can't remember what I said. I think I said Anisimova in 3. But that was a couple of days ago. So, Pegula hits a return winner. I mean, if I had to redo my prediction, I'd say Pegula in 3 now. I think I might have, yeah. I'll stick with Anisimova in 3, but to be honest, I don't care who wins this match. I just want a good match. I just think this could be a classic. Great return. Great hitting from Pegula in that first game. I feel like you have to give the other players credit. Many players didn't know how to play Swiatek. The record against Gauff was psychological. Yeah, I agree. A lot of I've said that a million times. In 2022, when Barty left, Swiatek filled the gap and raised the level. And everybody else got left behind for a couple of seasons. And then in 2023-24, that's when Gauff, Sabalenka, Raducanu, right? All those players caught up to Swiatek. And forced Swiatek to change her game because she felt the need to mix it up because she felt like the big hitters were overpowering her. And now you've got Anisimova. You've always had Pegula there. So yeah, credit the other players. They all got much, much better. But because of Swiatek raising the level, they all had to raise their level. And now we've got this amazing WTA. But they've all figured out what to do against Swiatek. And Swiatek doesn't have the right, she doesn't have a consistent answer on how to beat them. She can beat, every now and again she can beat one of them, but she doesn't have a consistent, like she did, 3-4 years ago, where she was consistently beating everybody. And maybe there is no answer now because everyone's gotten better and she might just not have those, the answer for these players at the moment. But I don't know. I feel like she's definitely changed her game and it's been good and bad. That's why I'm dissecting it. The 40 love. There's been some positive things, like her serves, more aces on the serve and bigger hitting, but I feel like it has its drawbacks too. All right, good return from Anisimova. Is that her first point? 40-15. Great start from Pegula. As a return, nope, that's a fault. Second serve. As the return goes in the backhand of Pegula, Anisimova backhand to the front of Pegula, to the front of Anisimova. Pegula inside out forehand's a great shot. Slice Anisimova goes in the net. Pegula is on fire. 2-love. What a way to start. Okay. Here we go. I have Pegula and Raducanu into my top 4 as well. Nice. Anisimova already fighting for points. Yep. There's a bit of backhand slice from Anisimova. Goes wide. I think Pegula's already got Anisimova hitting slice backhands. I mean, what? Uh-oh. Anisimova already feeling the pressure to change her game. Remember, Anisimova's never beaten Pegula. This is an 0-3 record. Love 15. Anisimova serves. To the backhand of Pegula, good return. Anisimova gets it. Pegula forehand goes long. 15-0. Also, we shouldn't underestimate the match that Pegula played against Keys. Because that is a perfect warm-up for somebody like Anisimova, right? So, whereas Anisimova is coming off a match against Wong, who is not really like Pegula. She has played players like Pegula, like Stearns is sort of more that, retriever type. But Wong is a bit more of a heavy hitter, big serve, right? So Anisimova was a little totally different style. Whereas Pegula's coming off the Keys match. And, no, hang on. No, Keys played Pliskova, didn't she? I'm thinking Pegula played Pliskova. No, the Keys match was a great warm-up for this match. For Pegula. She can use a lot of what she did in that match for this one. All right, 15:30. And she beat Keys pretty easily too. So the confidence she gained from that to use to this is also should be there as well. 30-all. All right, big point here for Anisimova to start us off. As the return goes in the forehand of Anisimova. Pegula forehand cross court. Anisimova gets on the stretch, but it's in the net. Again, Pegula just so solid from the baseline. And Anisimova's already starting to shrug shoulders. 30-40. Anisimova is just... Pegula is just smothering Anisimova. $30-40. Serve to the forehand. Pegula return goes into the backhand of Anisimova. That's a good shot. Pegula with a slice. Goes in. Anisimova cross court backhand. Up goes a lob by Pegula. Anisimova forehand cross court winner. Too good. Best point she's played. Deuce. All right, we get to deuce. Serving to the backhand of Pegula. Pegula in the net. Advantage Anisimova. Advantage Anisimova. As the return goes into the backhand of Anisimova. Pegula on the stretch. Can't get it. All right. Anisimova on the board. 2-1. 2-1 Pegula with the break. Pegula wants revenge for the Bills loss. Why? Did Anisimova play that game? Rebecca playing any of these two would be a great match to watch. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Personally, I would like it to be Pegula for the contrast, but I also wouldn't mind it being a big, hard hitting battle. So they're going to be two different matches for Rebecca. I mean, she'd probably rather play Pegula considering she just plays Swiatek, whereas if she plays Anisimova, that's going to be a totally different. But then again, would she rather play Anisimova to get ready for Sabalenka? In the final, maybe that's a warm-up for a Sabalenka final, maybe. I don't know. Also, they're going to be playing tomorrow night, so maybe playing Anisimova might be better than playing Pegula, because Anisimova might try and overhit because it's, the conditions are going to be slower, possibly, right? So maybe she'd rather play against somebody who gets frustrated if their game, their hard shots are not working. So yeah, a lot to consider. I would say she probably wants to play Anisimova more. Especially considering she just smoked Anisimova in the WTA finals. Whereas Pegula is a little bit maybe too steady. Also, the pressure of making 3 finals in a row, that will be on Anisimova if she gets through this match. Love 15. I mean, chat. We're having these chats, but there are no bad matches. There are no bad matchups. There's only bad matches. Love 15. Oh, they're great matchups. All of them. For all different reasons. As Pegula hits a drop shot. And Anisimova hits a forehand long. Again, Swiatek needs to take notes. Because this is how she needs to play. She needs to figure out, like, Pegula's got the drop shot. She's got the slice. She's got the defense. Like, this is what Swiatek should be trying to do. Break the rhythm of these big hitters for future matches. Even just a simple slice or a drop shot might just change things up. Pegula does that perfectly, mainly because she plays so much doubles, right? She has all those, all those shots. We've got a 4-4 rally. Pegula with the backhand on the stretch, and Anisimova cross court into the forehand of Pegula. There's Anisimova forehand again to the forehand of Pegula. Down the line of the backhand of Anisimova. Pegula, slice on the stretch. Into the forehand of Anisimova. Pegula. Cross-court forehand again to the forehand of Anisimova. Hits it in the net. And again, Pegula just retrieving everything. 30-15. 17-shot rally, and Anisimova's having a chat to the coaches. Very chatty Anisimova. The coach is like, yep, keep playing. Anisimova, I don't think Anisimova's liking the feedback. She's laughing like, yeah, I'm getting nothing from my coach. He's just clapping. Yeah, what should I do better? 30-15. Yeah, but like, how can I beat her? Good job. Keep going. 1 point at a time. 4-4 rally. As it a backhand drop shot from Pegula, and Anisimova gets it. Pegula guesses right with a slice, and it's a winner down the line. Again, she's not trying to hit out with Anisimova's, and Anisimova's already starting to get pissed off. She looks distressed. 40-15. Pegula is just chipping away at her. Great drop shot forehand combo. But again, it wasn't a fancy forehand. It was just a slice. Didn't have to be fancy. Didn't have to be a big, winner down the line. Return goes into the forehand of Pegula. That's a great shot down the line from Pegula. Jeez, just guides it down the line after a massive return. 3-1. God, Pegula couldn't start any better. She is just throwing back everything that Anisimova's throwing at her. And Anisimova's power is basically useless right now. Like, she can try and hit it harder, but that ain't working. Pegula is reading everything. Yeah, Pegula's everywhere, exactly. All right, first serve's a fault, second serve. All right, second serve. Into the back end of Pegula, forehand from Anisimova, in the net. Love 15. All right, love 15. All right, there's a bit of fault, second serve. Actually, I just saw one of the nicest moments behind the scenes. God, Novak Djokovic is such a nice guy. All right, love 15. As a backhand down the line to the forehand of Pegula, and Anisimova forehand again, the forehand of Pegula. Into the backhand of Anisimova, lob goes up. Pegula with a smash. What a great angled smash. Puts it away, love 30. Love 30. Just a smart smash. By the way, is Pegula playing doubles? I know that she's sort of... Her and Gauff obviously aren't playing doubles together because they're focusing on their singles, but is she playing doubles?
I hope Pegula or Raducanu wins.
Hey, thank you for the $2. Chris? Well, so far so good for that. As Anisimova comes to the net. No, she stayed back! Oh, she went backwards! And Pegula caught her by trying to hit the ball behind her almost, Anisimova. Love 40. Yeah, Yeah, did Pegula... She might play mixed doubles. I don't think she's playing the women's doubles, is she? Oh, yeah, she played with Kessler, lost in the first round. Oh, yeah, because then she played Kessler in singles. And she didn't play the mixed doubles. All right. Pegula hits it long, 15-40. Yeah. All right. For a double break, Pegula returns into the front of Anisimova. Anisimova hits it out. And Pegula just too solid. 4-1, double break in 20 minutes. Pegula. Amanda's brain's a bit scrambled, I think, by Pegula's level. Well, that's the thing. I mean, Pegula's not doing anything crazy. She's just not giving Anisimova any free points, forced or unforced. So forced errors, chat, if you don't know what they are, these are very important when you're watching big hitters, right? Unforced errors first are the ones that sort of, you're hitting a rally shot, you're just going, you're standing in the middle of the court, you're just hitting shots and you make an error, right? Nobody forced you to hit the error. You hit the error. It was your fault. Unforced errors is like a double fault, right? That's an unforced error as well. Forced errors are ones that your opponent makes you hit. So let's say you hit the ball in the net, but you were pushed out wide because your opponent hit this great shot and then you hit it in it. That's a forced error. So when you're watching Sabalenka, Anisimova, Raducanu, those players force their opponents to hit errors, right? Pegula has hit 4 unforced errors, right? 4 in the match so far, compared to 6 winners. And Anisimova's already hit 8 unforced errors, so she's hitting a lot of, she's trying to make the play, but she's, overhitting. Forced errors, if I can find that. Where is that stat available? Oh, don't tell me I can't find it. Oh, they're not going to show me forced errors. Unforced errors, return unforced errors. Also, Anisimova's only won 1 out of 5 points at the net. That's interesting. Yeah, it won't show me the forced errors. That's annoying. All right, as Anisimova smacks her shoes. But the thing is that Pegula's not giving Anisimova any Oh, by the way, Anisimova just told her coach to shut up. She told her coach, she just went, shut up to the coach. And Anisimova's just smacking the ground with her racket. She's having the worst day. 30 love. Third ace. No aces for Anisimova either. So Pegula's not giving her any, she's not hitting any silly errors, Pegula, really. But also when the rallies are starting and when Anisimova's trying to hit a winner, Pegula's not letting Anisimova hit a winner either. Ace Amatee Pegula, jeez. 40 love. Such an impressive start for Pegula. Serve. In the back of Anisimova, that was an angry return. It goes into the slice, and what a shot down the line for Pegula. Just a slice winner. Anisimova hit one of the biggest backhand returns of the day, and it came back with a slice down the line winner. That was an angry return, and Pegula went, oh, that's nice. Whoop. Just down the line slice. She can't miss. Jeez, Pegula is just, that's a crazy pickup. And Anisimova was stuck in no man's land. She's standing in the middle of the court just watching it. All right, Pegula. Just dominating. As the return goes into the forehand of Anisimova, Pegula. Down the line forehand to the backhand of Anisimova, who hits a winner. finally hits a winner. 15-love. 20 minutes ago, the match started. All right, serve. There's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Pegula. Good return. Deep into the backhand of Anisimova. Pegula backhand cross again. Anisimova slicing the net. Too good. 15-all. Yeah, Anisimova's body language does not look good. I don't think she was expecting Pegula to be so hard to hit through. Like, the pressure Pegula is putting on Anisimova is intense. As that goes wide from Anisimova, and she's, again, not happy. 15-30. Good serve again from Anisimova, but it comes back. Pegula with a forehand cross-court. Anisimova gets it back into the slice of Pegula. As Anisimova goes with the forehand to the backhand of Pegula. Cross-court in the backhand of Anisimova. Pegula into that forehand of Anisimova. And she puts away the winner. 30-all. Better from Anisimova. $30-all. Serve. And then an ace. All right. This game might give Anisimova a little bit of, maybe a little bit of comfort. First ace of the day for Anisimova as well. Serving the forehand of Pegula. Return goes to the forehand of Anisimova. Pegula forehand on the stretch. Anisimova again to the forehand of Pegula, who goes down the line to the backhand of Anisimova. That's a great shot. Pegula slices it back. In comes Anisimova and puts it away. 5-2, Pegula. Good game by Anisimova. All right, 25 minutes, Pegula 5-2. All right. 5-2. All right. And Anisimova just breathing heavy and trying to figure it out. Pickle juice for Anisimova? She doesn't need pickle juice. She's just getting outplayed. Head-to-head is maybe affecting Anisimova as well, making her less confident. Well, that's true too. I mean, when you've never beaten somebody, it's 0-3. Even though they haven't played since Anisimova's become this top, 5 player. In her head, she's like, I've never been able to beat her. I don't have the answers. And then as soon as something starts going wrong, she's like, see, I told you I can't win. I've never beaten, and that's where, things, I mean, every player probably has that, but but you got to try to shut that out, right? Because Anisimova also has to remember that the last time they played, she almost beat her, but it was also nearly 18 months ago. And how much better Anisimova has gotten since the last time they played. It hasn't been reflected here, but she should believe that she could win, even though she hasn't won against Pegula before. All right, 15-love. It's Pegula 30-love, and Anisimova just puts her hands up. Like, what to do? What can I do? I mean, Pegula is playing amazing too. Serve again. There's a fault, second serve. Second serve off the tape is a fault, so 30-15. As we get another fault, second serve. Return from Anisimova's a winner down the line. 30-all. All right, 30-all. As a backhand into the forehand of Anisimova. Backhand from Pegula. Oh, it's wide. Okay. 30-40. This might help Anisimova. At least maybe give her a little bit of confidence, or at least stop her from breaking any rackets or getting too frustrated. First serve, the fault, second serve. As a backhand return goes backhand to Pegula. Forehand from Anisimova goes long. And we get the deuce. We get the deuce. And then we get a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Hey, what's up, Ryan? How you doing? Yeah, we've had the couch here for like a couple of years now. Is it a forehand down the line? Is a winner by Pegula. Again, she just guides the ball so well. Doesn't hit the ball. She doesn't take big swings at the ball. She doesn't, she just controls the ball. Redirects the power of Anisimova. It's just so nice to watch. It's so nice. It's such a nice style. Set point. As the return goes in, the forehand of Pegula. Forehand now goes long. Pegula. That was too strong. Now we get the deuce. By the way, chat, we are 2 matches away from a Townsend-Ostapenko rematch in doubles. Have they played double? They probably played each other since then, since the US Open, right? But I'm looking at the doubles here, and yeah, that could happen. As with a backhand slice from Pegula, and this hits a slice in the net. And it's advantage Pegula. Does anyone know if they've played since? Don't think so. I know they haven't played singles since, but they must have played doubles against each other since then, surely. Maybe in the WTA finals as Pegula serves an ace. That is a great first set from Pegula. 30 minutes, 6-2. And she has got Anisimova frustrated. Would I cover that match? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Depends when it's on. If it's not on during like the men's match or the men's semi-finals, maybe. Your prediction is all wrong, like Iga versus an Anisimova. Cool. Thanks for watching the videos. I appreciate it. I love that people watch them to the end. Pegula is a baseliner. Okay. Penko and Townsend doubles? No, they did not. So can't wait for that match. Oh, peaches. Didn't they? I thought they would have played doubles against each other between then and now, but I guess not. Didn't they play? I'm sure they were. Oh, did they not play the WTA finals against each other? I thought they did. I thought they had met. I mean, I can figure it out. So in Adelaide, no. In Brisbane, by the way, Penko and Shea as a doubles combo, that is lethal. WTA finals, yeah, you're right. They didn't play. They were both there, but they didn't play. Yeah, they didn't play in Beijing, and they didn't play in Guadalajara. Yeah, you're right. So, so yeah, that might happen. That might happen if they both win their matches in the doubles today. Penko versus Townsend doubles. I mean, Penko's already smacked somebody in the face with a ball. Totally by accident, by the way. It wasn't on purpose, but she knocked Siegemund into the next week. I mean, it was a clean headshot. It was like it sent Siegemund back in time. But whiplash from that shot. I got whiplash from it. I wasn't even there. Remember when you picked Pegula to win the AO during the WTA finals? I don't, but also clip that. When did I say it? Clip it so I can see, so I can replay it. So I can replay it if she does. Please find that clip. So so Deb, apparently I said it during the WTA finals. You mentioned it before. Find it. I want that clip. I need that proof. Okay, here we go. Pegula off to a flying start. 6-2. Hopefully Anisimova gains a bit of confidence to send it to the wire. Well, yeah, she played a lot better in that last couple of games, Anisimova. But she needs to get off to a good start in the second. If she loses and gets broken straight away, she's going to lose the confidence and just completely struggle. You said you wouldn't overlook her. Yeah, I mean, I think we've done that so many times, just overlooked Pegula. And I don't know why we keep doing that. Yet you said Pegula to lose here, so you want your cake to eat it too. Bro, don't you want a cake and eat it? Cake's delicious. What kind of cake, though? I'll take chocolate. I like the chocolate cake. And Anisimova's left the court, by the way, to go have a bathroom break, which is totally understandable. Anisimova is not likely to in the slices, and Pegula rushing her. Yeah. All right, Anisimova back on the court. All right, here we go. Anisimova serving first in the second. Super important games for her coming up. More so just mentally. As Anisimova serves. The back on Pegula. Pegula hits it out. 15-love. All right, serve again. Fault, second serve. As the return goes out by Pegula, 30 love. As the return goes the backhand of Anisimova, backhand of Pegula, the backhand of Anisimova, Pegula forehand cross, Anisimova gets it, Pegula forehand, cross court again to the forehand of Anisimova, who eventually hits it in the net, 30-15. 30-15. Just tuning in, wow, I did not expect this kind of dominance by Pegula in the first set. Yeah. $30-15. There's a return. Nope. First serve was a let. Coffee cake? God, I haven't had a coffee cake in a while. God, chat, we're getting to the end of this tournament where I can start thinking about what I'm going to eat. Backhand return. Goes in, and then Anisimova tries to change direction, but she misses. 30-all. Hey, Hewitt Rafter wins. Nice. 30-all. Coffee cake's so good. I know, right? Maybe that's what I'll get myself. Eggs Benedict and a coffee cake. A piece of coffee cake, not a whole cake. All right, 30-all. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Oh, double fault. See, this is the worst possible start for Anisimova because she wasn't playing bad at the end of the first set. She started to, and that's her first double fault, she started to look a little more confident, but now that's all going to disappear if she gets broken. 30-40. I got Reese's ice cream today. Stop. It's really bad. Oh, don't get it. Oh, okay. Kit Kat ice cream is not very good also. Oh. Sounded good though. Second serve in the backhand of Pegula. Return goes the backhand of Anisimova. That's a great shot down the line. We get the deuce. Yesterday, because it was 40 million degrees outside, I had a Biscoff sundae from the local Burger King. It was delicious. Biscoff and sundae ice cream is delicious. I don't know why. It just works. Just works. Nutella and like sundae ice cream is terrible. Don't do that. The Nutella freezes and then it gets all chewy and disgusting. But Biscoff, oh, delicious. Anyways, that goes in the net by Anisimova advantage. Pegula to break. To get the break. Don't tempt me. All right. Advantage Pegula. Serve to the forward of Pegula. Into the foot of Anisimova. Ooh, great shot down the line. Slice from Pegula goes wide. And Anisimova gets back to deuce. Must win games for Anisimova. Do they have that in the US at the Burger King? I don't know. I do not know. All right, deuce. Serve to the back of Pegula. Backhand from Anisimova into the net to advantage Pegula. Any creatures randomly crawl into the live stream? Oh, yeah. I've had spiders in my house before during the stream. I had this huge one in the corner of the house. one stream. It's crazy. Every now and again, I'll get a spider crawl up the wall, which is just fantastic. First serve's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the front of Pegula. Pegula hits it out. And Anisimova gets back to deuce. All right, back to deuce. As the return goes into the forehand of Anisimova, backhand out from Pegula. Into the backhand of Anisimova. Pegula forehand cross court. Anisimova gets it with a cross court forehand of her own. Great shot. Pegula gets it back with a slice. And then Anisimova down the line. That might be the best point Anisimova's played all day. Advantage Anisimova. Great hitting. Where do you live? I live in Australia. All right. Great hitting. And Pegula played a good point too, but Anisimova put it away. That was the main thing. She put it away. You say big spiders, how do you mean big? Like, that big. First serve's a fault. Like, I'm talking like big spider. Like, we're talking like these, like this, right? Serving to the backhand of Pegula, forehand from Anisimova. Pegula again to the front of Anisimova. Pegula forehand goes down the line and wide, and Anisimova holds. That was important. That was exactly what Anisimova needed. Watch Anisimova needed. 1-love in the second. There are deadly spiders in Australia. Come to think about it, there are deadly spiders in the US. Oh, wow. David, that's so sad. I'm so sorry to hear. How do you even handle that? Just let it crawl around? What, if you have a spider like this big? Yeah, you have to figure it out. But the thing with Australia, though, it's like huntsman spiders are not... I mean, yeah, they're not... you don't want to, muck around and find out, but they're not like... they're not the most dangerous. So they're just big and hairy. So they look hairy, scary, right? It's they look terrifying. But they're not really that... They're not dangerous. There's other ones that are a lot more dangerous. And they're the little ones that hide in your shoes. Like that's, it's the small spiders that you gotta watch out for. The big ones, they just keep the flies away. No, we don't have tarantulas here. I don't think we do. Not in this, not in the city. All right. Anyways, let's stop talking about spiders because everyone's freaking out. It's creepy. All right. Let's stop. What about carrot cake? Does people like carrot cake? Red velvet cake's nice, isn't it? It's delicious. Who doesn't love chocolate? Anyways, 15-love. Backhand return goes out by Anisimova, 30-love. $30-love. Anisimova trying to turn this around. As we default second serve. Second serve. Into the back of Anisimova. She hits it wide. It's 40-love. And Anisimova getting frustrated that she can't get the returns back. She's like, why can I not hit these returns? 20 unforced errors from Anisimova. I mean, that is a lot. All right. Good return from Anisimova. Lob goes up by Pegula. And Anisimova puts that away, 40-15. $40-15. Return goes in the front of Pegula. Forehand Anisimova. That's a great shot. Pegula gets it back. As a bit of backhand slice now. Pegula goes cross court. As Anisimova eventually makes the error. And it's 1-1. One all. Okay, 1-0. As that goes out by Pegula on the return, 15 love. Okay, first serve is a fault. Second serve. Return goes in the net by Pegula, 30 love. Hash browns are also good. Hash brownies are better than carrot cake. I think you're talking about two different things. 30 love. As a return goes in the forehand of Anisimova. That's too good. 40 love Anisimova. And a positive fist bump as well. Cam, do you think I should get Topspin 2K25 on Xbox to practice mental game and controlling my nerves in a match? No. I don't think... Oh. Maybe. Interesting question. Pegula hits it out and it's 2-1. Anisimova in the second. Would playing a tennis video game help your mentality? I don't think it would. I mean, maybe. Maybe. No? Look, the stakes of playing a game are not as high, right? Playing a video game. Like, if you played a video game and, playing a video game for mentality sounds bad. Yeah, obviously, technique. Could I be better at tennis if I played a game? Probably not. But for mentality, I don't know. I mean, there might be some validity to it. Maybe. It'd be, but then you got to connect your brain. Like, so let's say you play a bunch of Topspin 2K, right? Not a sponsor. And let's say you play a bunch of it, and then you're like under pressure situations, you do well in the game. It's then going to be about connecting your mentality in like from that to like your actual game. So is your body going to react to those moments, right? Like, because pressing buttons in under pressure maybe is a different skill, you know. It might. I mean, it could make it worse because what happens when it doesn't start going right in real life, and then you start getting pissed off at yourself because you're like, well, this worked when I was at home. So like, yeah, I'm sure there's better ways to. There's probably better ways than playing Topspin 2K to improve your mental game. I mean, obviously, the ultimate way would be putting yourself in match simulations, right, against players, you know, playing 10-point tie breaks or just playing practice matches and being in those pressure situations in real life would be better. Like, that's the best mental practice. Putting yourself in the situation so then you feel better about it. When you get to the match situation, you can take some confidence or whatever. So I would probably say you should not invest in a video game to help with mental practice. I would not advise that. You know what I would advise? Getting books or like getting books about specific tennis stuff, right? Maybe tennis specific about athletes, right? How the best athletes perform under pressure and what they do, like breathing, or what they think, or what they, that would be more beneficial than playing a game, I would say. So instead of buying like a $70 video game, you could probably buy 5 to 10 books on mentality in sports, or mental strength, or those kind of things. That would be better. Read a book? Oh no. Hey bro, if you want to get better at tennis, if you want to get better at anything, you got to do the work. 4-15. All right, fine. If you don't want to read, then go listen to like interviews with like Rafa and Roger and Novak and stuff. Like find interviews and listen to them, and hear what they have to say and how they deal with these things. All right, 2-0. One book I would recommend that's great for mental training would be Brad Gilbert's Winning Ugly. That book changed how I thought about playing tennis when I played. That definitely helped a lot. The way that actually, that might be the best book for you. I feel like a doctor prescribing some medicine. I'm not. I'm a tennis doctor. No, I'm not. Not even that. All right, because that's a real thing. That's a physio. Anyway, 15. I'm not even that. Yeah, Brad Gilbert's Winning Ugly might actually help you with like that. Actually, is very eye-opening for playing tennis. It's a very interesting way of how to think when you're in certain times in a match. So that might actually help. That helped me. Maybe I'll win my second tournament after reading that book. And look, if you don't, that's okay too, because tennis players lose more than they win, at least initially. 4-4 rally. As that goes down the line and wide by Anisimova, 30-15. Have you ever read Served with Novak by Nole? It is one of the best. Is that actually a thing? I've never heard of that book before. Yeah, lock in, chat. Come on, Gregs. You tell him. 30-15. It's a good question, though, but it was a good question. All right. 40-15. Anisimova. Just keep in front. (40-15). As with a fault from Anisimova. Second serve. Second serve. Double fault, 40-30. (40-30). As the return goes into the net by Pegula. All right, 3-2. Anisimova doing well just to stay in front. Stay steady. Okay. All right. Who is going to stop Raducanu serve? Pegula might be able to do. Have you ever had an encounter with a ghost? No. If Sinner and Novak win, the top 4 seeds are in. Yeah, true. True. There's a book called Serve to Win by Novak, but it's about diet. Oh, is there? That's interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know he did a book. That's crazy. I'll have to get it. All right. 3-2 Anisimova in the second. Djokovic, speaking of him, he will be after this against Musetti. All right, first serve is a fault. Second serve. As it goes in the net by Anisimova, 15-love. As with a forehand rally. Again to the forehand of Pegula. And Anisimova back into the backhand of Pegula. Pegula in the net. 15-all. Pegula has been rock solid so far in this match. As with a backhand of Pegula at the net. Passing shot from Anisimova in the net. And it's 30-15. $30-15. We get another fault, second serve. As with a forehand now from Pegula on the stretch, goes in the net, 30-all. Here's a chance for Anisimova. All right, first serve is a fault. As the return goes in the front of Pegula, and Anisimova down the line. Pegula's there with the slice. Anisimova. Forehand into the backhand of Pegula again. Anisimova goes down the line with the backhand, but she hits it long. And Anisimova is getting upset again. 40-30. And she just, laughing at herself, but not really. Laughing like I was with Demonor yesterday. 40-30. All right, Pegula serves again. At the backhand of Anisimova, forehand from Pegula. As Anisimova hits it out. And it's 3-all. Back to Anisimova. 3-all. You're much easier on the ears when an Aussie is not playing and losing. I agree. Yep, I agree. I have a much better time when an Aussie is not playing and losing as well. So it makes for a better experience. This is why we don't watch Australians. Yeah, why we do not watch Aussies on the stream. Because last night unfortunately happens too often. And it's a nightmare. For you and for me. As that goes out by Pegula, 15-love. As Anisimova serves again. Serve. Nope. As Anisimova serves. A fault. Second serve. As with a double fault. It's 15-0. Why the orange outfit this year? Are they piggybacking off the iPhone? Because colors are back, baby. Everybody's getting over the greige phase. Millennial greige. It's all about colors now. But I will never change. Ever. 15-0. Is it a fine winner from Anisimova? 30-15. It helps when the first serve goes in. Uh, 30-15. As the backhand return goes to forehand of Anisimova. Forehand from Pegula on the stretch. Anisimova forehand goes behind Pegula, but she's there with a slice. Anisimova backhand inside out. Good shot. Pegula can't get it. 40-15. At least Australians have the best skateboarders and snowboarders. Yeah, I guess. True. It's not that hot today, so the roof is open, but it's not that hot. It's actually overcast. It's probably more humid than temperature hot. All right, second serve. As we get a backhand, goes out by Anisimova, 40-30. Anisimova trying to stay in front in the second. As a forehand rally. Pegula deep into the forehand of Anisimova. Pegula with the forehand in the line. Anisimova backhand cross. Pegula there with a slice, but it's long. And again, Anisimova keeps staying in front, which is good for her confidence. 4-3. Okay. Anisimova keeps the lead. Aussie double wildcards are doing well, yeah. They're in the mixed doubles, right? 32 errors are still alive. It's crazy. It's because she's hitting a lot of winners too. I feel like Amanda just has to go all in on the return games. Find opportunity somewhere. Yeah, she will. I mean, Pegula, at the end of the first set, Pegula's worst game was that serving for the set, right? She had break points. She saved break points. So if Anisimova can just either put the pressure on here or win the next game and, at 4, get to 5-4, Pegula might get a little shaky serving to stay in the set. And Anisimova has that free hit if she stays in front. I mean, every time she holds Anisimova, she sits down, she comes out, she can have a free hit. And that means you can just sort of take a bit of a swing on the return. The worst case is it's 4-all. Best case, 5-3, right? I mean, you could break and be up and serve for the set, or it could be 4-all and you just have to serve again, right? All right, forehand return goes in. The forehand of Pegula. Pegula hits it out. Good return, and Anisimova, love 15. Love 15. There's a bit of fault. Second serve. Into the forehand of Anisimova. Oh, the return goes wide. Good second serve. Great second serve. 15-0. 15 all. Serve in the back of Anisimova. Forehand from Pegula. Anisimova down the line of the forehand of Pegula. She goes cross-court in the net. 15-30. Pegula definitely dropped the level in the last few games. $15-30. As the return goes in from Anisimova, what a pickup! As we had a forehand now, open court winner. Great return, Anisimova. 15-40. A little bit of luck. I don't think she meant to hit that crazy angle, but great shot. And she had Pegula so far out of the court, there was no chance. Okay. Break points, Anisimova in the second, 15-40. Return goes in the forehand of Pegula. Oh, that's just too good. Pegula cross-court winner. And back behind her. All right, 30-40, still break point. Serving the forehand of Anisimova, forehand from Pegula. To the back of Anisimova, Pegula, backhand, down the line. Oh, it's good. Anisimova gets it, Pegula in trouble. Anisimova, down the line forehand. Pegula's running side to side. As Anisimova backhand goes in the back of Pegula. And Pegula in the net! Anisimova finally gets the breakthrough. And she's going to serve for the second. Now Anisimova looks like a totally different player. She's walking around like Sabalenka. All that strut, confidence. Really, just the level dropped by Pegula slightly. Not playing as well as that first set. But Anisimova making some great returns. All right, Anisimova serving for the second. Yeah, more than I'm not going to say that out loud yet. Just going to keep that to myself for now. There's a bit of fault second serve. I just don't want to get blamed. Second serve. To the front of Pegula, return. To the front of Anisimova, hits into the net. 15. Love 15. Serve again. Seven to the backhand of Pegula. Pegula hits it wide. 15-0. Seven to the backhand of Pegula. Backhand of Anisimova. Pegula backhand on the stretch. Anisimova backhand down the middle. Pegula gets it back. Anisimova backhand inside out in the net. 15-30. Anisimova just missing the ones that she needs to make. All right, first serve's a fault, second serve. There's a bit of forehand now down the line to the backhand of Pegula. And it's over forehand. Oh, it's in the net. 15-40. Okay. Breakback points. A little bit of fault, second serve. As a backhand slice from Pegula down the line. And this is a great cross-court forehand. Pegula gets it back, and this is down the line forehand. Pegula's there with the backhand into the forehand of Anisimova. Pegula goes cross-court into the backhand of Anisimova to the backhand of Pegula. Anisimova cross-court forehand. Pegula gets it back, but overhits it. 30-40. 30-40. Still breakpoint Pegula. Thirty 40. First serve's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Oh, double fault. And all that hard work that Anisimova put in to get the break, she gives it straight back. Okay. Okay. Knew this was going to happen. Yeah, she just missed a few serves and now we're back on serve. Looks nervous before that second serve. Yikes, yeah. Jessica to try some drop shots. Amanda doesn't move far forward. Well, she's been doing that. You know, I mean, Pegula's game has been perfect. The way she's played has been the exact right way to play against Anisimova. And she's going to play Raducanu in the semis if she does win this match. So that's something to keep an eye on. We'll be watching that tomorrow night. Because tomorrow night we've got Sabalenka Svitolina. And the winner plays Raducanu. Okay. 5-4 as we return now from Anisimova to the front of Pegula. Anisimova forehand again, the front of Pegula. The back of Anisimova. Pegula backhand to the front of Anisimova. Into the front of Pegula on the stretch. Anisimova goes down the line. That's a good shot. Slice Pegula. As Anisimova backhand again to the slice of Pegula. Into the front of Anisimova. Pegula goes cross court. Anisimova goes down the line with a forehand. Backhand Pegula's wide on the stretch, and it's love 15. Chad, I'm not going to lie, I'm starving. The tea's just not hitting. Love 15. And I don't have anything to eat between now and the Djokovic match. I'm all out of food. First there's a let. I should have gone this morning. Damn it. Love 15. Serve to the front of Anisimova. Return to the front of Pegula. That's a great forehand, Pegula. Woo! Just a whip cross court. Drone delivery food. 15-0. Beautiful shot. First serve, default, second serve. As that goes out on the return from Anisimova, 30-15. What time will the Sinners match be? 7 o'clock. Get a sub, mate? Actually, good idea. I haven't ordered food off apps for ages. I've been pretty good. That actually might be a good idea. 40-15. No, I don't have any snacks in the house because I eat them. All right, 40-15. Return goes into the front of Pegula, and Anisimova back into the back of Pegula. Into the front of Anisimova. Pegula flying on the stretch, and Anisimova wins the point. Pegula hits it out. Now, we don't have Chipotle here. Unfortunately. We don't have Jimmy John's either. Again, Australia don't have a lot of things that America and other places have. 40-30. The return goes out by Anisimova, and it's 5-0. 5-5. Hire me as a chef. I'd be down. I can't afford you. Okay, 5-0. Big game for Anisimova here. Okay, 5-5. Forehand down the line goes wide by Pegula, and it's 15-love. $15-love. There's been a fault from Anisimova, second serve. As she double faults. 15-0. Yeah, Djokovic versus Musetti is straight after this. All right, 15-0. Serving to the front of Pegula. 4 now from Anisimova. That's a good shot. Pegula gets there, but hits it in the net, and it's 30-15. All right, as we get a fault, second serve. As with a 4 in the net by Pegula, Anisimova 40-15. As with another fault, second serve. Second serve. Double fault, 40-30. 40-30. That's all right, Wins. Thanks for offering. No, 40-30. Anisimova serves. Why not collaborate with Barty? I don't know. Forehand slice. Into the backhand of Anisimova. Backhand out from Pegula. Into the Anisimova backhand. Pegula. Again to the backhand of Anisimova. Down the line. It's a good shot. Pegula gets it with a forehand. Into the forehand of Anisimova. As Pegula with the backhand down the line. Again to the forehand of Anisimova. Pegula. Back in the rally as Anisimova hits it in the net. We get to deuce. How about a plate of live squid? No, thanks. No, thank you. Deuce. Please don't put scores in the chat. All right, deuce. God, man. Anisimova, she had this set. She was serving for it at 5-3. It looked like this had turned around until it hadn't. Serve again. There's a fault, second serve. Okay, as that goes out in the return advantage, and sorry, that was a double fault. Anisimova, 7 double faults now, and Pegula's got a chance to break and serve the match. Another double fault. As the return goes in the forehand of Anisimova, Pegula forehand again to the forehand of Anisimova. Pegula in the net, and Anisimova finally surviving here. She's not having a good time. She is looking very upset. All right. We get the deuce. Anisimova is not... Well, she hasn't been having fun all day. Like the whole match, she's been very stressed out. All right, second serve. Serve to the forehand of Pegula. Return is a winner. That is just too good. Beautiful return winner by Pegula. Just slaps it into the corner. Advantage Pegula to get the break. As we're back in now from Anisimova down the line to the front of Pegula. Anisimova into the back end of Pegula. Again to the front of Anisimova. Pegula gets the break. Anisimova in the net. And Pegula is going to serve to make the semis. Oh, hang on. Is this her first semi in Australia? It must be. It must be her third all time, right? Yeah, so she's made... Oh no, she made the semis in 2020. Oh, it's doubles. Yeah, so 2 semis at the US Open, back-to-back semis, quarterfinals 3 years in a row, 21, 22, 23, and now here. Again, this could. If she makes the semis, this could be her best slam by wins. And to knock out Anisimova to do it is a huge effort. All right. 6-5 Pegula. Taking control of this match after being down, which was just 3-5 down. She's got 3 in a row now. All right, 6-5. Serving to the forehand of Anisimova. Pegula forehand down the line. Too good. 15 love. Served on the tee. The forehand of Anisimova. Forehand from Pegula. Into the forehand of Anisimova. Pegula again to the Anisimova forehand. She goes down the line. Great shot on Anisimova. Pegula gets it back with a slice. Anisimova comes to the net. Pegula pass. Anisimova volleys. Pegula pass is a lob. Anisimova smash winner. That was a good rally by Anisimova. 15-0. All right, 15-0. All right, 15-0. With a serve again. There's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Anisimova. Return goes into the forehand of Pegula. Great direction change from Pegula. And then she comes in with a forehand. Anisimova lob. Pegula smash. Just great. I mean, Anisimova hit the great return. But Pegula just changing redirecting the power of Anisimova. She's not going for big swings. She's not doing anything crazy. She's just guiding the ball back. And into the open court, and it's just such a great play against these power hitters. As Pegula serves a fault. Second serve. Double faults. 30-0. She was a little nervous serving for the first set. Had to save a break point. All right, 30-0. As Pegula serves another fault. Second serve. As the return goes back into Pegula. Forehand from Anisimova. Pegula again to the forehand of Anisimova. As Pegula forehand, just a forehand rally. Anisimova with a forehand down the line now. Pegula's there with the backhand on the stretch. Anisimova goes down the line with a backhand winner. And it's break point Anisimova. 30-40. To get to the tiebreak. As the return goes in, the backhand slice of Pegula. It's into the backhand of Anisimova, who goes down the line to the forehand of Pegula. And then Pegula hits it out! Anisimova laughing that she won the game. All right. Tiebreak. Who's winning the tiebreak, chat? Pegula, 2 points from victory. Anisimova breaks back. She did survive. All right, Anisimova serves. Into the back of Pegula. Backhand Anisimova. To the backhand of Pegula. Anisimova. Backhand again. The backhand of Pegula. Down the middle. Goes long by Pegula. One love. Anisimova. So the person who asked you, isn't Anisimova going to be number 3 if she loses? Yes. Anisimova is going to be number 3 unless Pegula or Raducanu win the title, then maybe, or get to the final. They might then, she might not be number 3 if Pegula and Raducanu, one's making the final if that happens here. But I think they have to win the title to overtake her. Also, if Raducanu wins the title, she is 350 points behind Swiatek in the rankings. That's kind of crazy. Anyways, 1-1. Great shot, Pegula. She goes back behind Anisimova. She slices it back to the drop shot of Pegula. Too good. 2-1 Pegula. Also, Svitolina back into the top 10. If she wins tomorrow, she will be number 8 in the world. No. Number 9 in the world. If she wins the tournament, she will be number 8. All right. 2-1 Pegula. Serve out wide as a fault. Second serve. Serving to the back end of Pegula. Forehand from Anisimova is long. 3-1 Pegula. She gets the mini break, Pegula. Three, 1. As soon as Anisimova goes in the front of Pegula, back in Anisimova in the net! And Anisimova slapping her racket on the ground. 4-1 Pegula. 4-1. And Pegula in big... Oh, by the way, I don't know how Anisimova didn't break her racket there. She slapped it on the ground a couple of times, but the racket held up. I think it's out of shape, though. Anyways, backhand return. Goes long. 5-1 Pegula. Whoa. Jeez, Anisimova just fired everybody in the coach's box. Screaming at the coaches. Yeah, Anisimova definitely broke her racket, and she's doing the sneaky, I'm going to change my racket now because we're changing ends, but it's not broken. Don't just trust me. Oh, yeah, Anisimova's racket is finished. But yeah, Anisimova, just ripping her team apart. She's disrespectful. Oh, relax, it's not that deep. 5-1. Good serve. 6-1 Pegula. 6-1. Pegula with the 5 match points to take her spot in the semis for the first time in Australia. And to take on Raducanu. Tell you, Pegula is so underrated. And Anisimova serves. Into the backhand of Pegula. Good return. And Anisimova backhand in the net. There it is! Pegula with a smile. She handles keys. She handles Anisimova. And she'll take on Raducanu. And then maybe Sabalenka. I mean, that's like the who's who of power hitters. And Pegula's just chopping them down in straight sets. Really fun matchup in the semis between Pegula and Raducanu. Chad, I told you, there'll be no bad matches from now on. No boring matches from now. There's going to be interesting matches from now on. All the matches from now on are very interesting. Doesn't matter who wins and loses. Okay. Good, solid win from Pegula. Pegula's so underrated. She is the ultimate underdog in her half of the draw for sure. Because we're talking about Swiatek, Anisimova, Raducanu, Bencic, right? I mean, Bencic was there. And Pegula's sneaking through. Great win. Great win for Pegula. All right, now. This match, I am very interested to see. Because last time they played, it was very close. Djokovic got the win in the final of Athens in November. But Musetti just took out Fritz pretty easily. And I'm really keen to see how he does against Djokovic, who had a day off. Like, Novak had the day off, or the 2 days off, he's had 3 days off. And he hasn't really been tested. Van der Zandt pushed him, but like more frustrated Djokovic and pushed him a little bit. But this is going to be different. I mean, you're going from unseeded players to playing a top 5 guy. It's a massive jump for Nole. So really keen to see how he reacts, but also if Musetti can keep it going because he's been really good this week. So jump on over there. We'll be back to watch Djokovic versus Musetti. But, man, what a win. 2 upsets to start the day. I mean, maybe Raducanu wasn't much of an upset, but this one was. Pegula beating Anisimova. Anisimova doesn't make 3 slam finals in a row. But look, she made 2 in a quarterfinal. That's not bad. 6-2, 7-6. Never really looked in trouble, Pegula, until the end of the second a little bit. But even then, broke back, got to the tiebreak, got it done. Pegula versus Raducanu is the semis tomorrow.